That's right. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back as we get into a conversation with somebody that is a history maker. I'm talking about South African pop trailblazer Jerusha, who is back with a song called Love is Blind, the latest chapter in her bold love trilogy. So from breaking barriers as the first Indian woman in South Africa's mainstream music scene to evolving her sound on a global stage, she's entering a fearless new era with more music, including Te Amo on the way. So let's have a sneak peek at her talent before we get to know the beautiful woman.
You ask me how I feel, Te Amo. You wanna make it real, Te Amo. I want you, I need you. Don't wanna live without you. You ask me how I feel, Te Amo. You wanna make it real, Te Amo. I want you, I need you. Don't want.
Oh man, Te Amo, we definitely love to see it. Right now, we've got to welcome her in with the biggest feel-good welcome ever. Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jarusha! Yes, good morning, gorgeous.
Good morning, Clarissa.
Oh, it's so good to have you with us on our couch because you are just a history maker, a disruptor, somebody that's uber talented. Let's get into that though. You made history as the first Indian woman to break into South Africa's mainstream music scene. So what did that music mean to you and how did it place you in a position to get you to the success you are today?
That's an excellent question. So I believe that music is using your voice. So when you're an artist and you express yourself through your music, you're really actually, speaking for a whole lot of people that you represent.
Right.
So being the first Indian woman coming from a reserved community that was sort of, where it hasn't been done before, I was really facing a challenge and I was representing my entire demographic. And I don't take that lightly. So I think it meant a lot to me growing as an individual, expressing myself as an individual, as an artist, and really standing up for a demographic that wasn't represented before.
Right, and you can't be what you don't see. So the fact that you are stepping into that space to say other young Indian women and even men, you can also definitely get into this. I'm really curious about what gave you that courage, that bravery to believe that you could do that.
That is, I think, just part of my DNA because I come from a family of musicians. So my father's side of the family were all musicians, and I think I did my first concert at the age of 4.
Wow.
So as long as I can remember, when I started talking, I started singing. And I just knew from a very young age that I have this gift.
Sure.
But it wasn't intentionally going to be a career path for me. So it was just something that was innately a part of me. I think whatever I'm doing in my life, whether I'm a doctor, an actor, a presenter, a writer, I'll still be doing music. I'll still be singing.
And at the highest level as well. Let's talk about your music. Your latest single called Love is Blind explores, I would say, just the complexity of what love is. There's so many layers to it. So what message do you want people to receive, the listeners especially, when they get into this chapter of your love trilogy?
So Love is Blind is the second single of the trilogy. The first one was Obsession. So it's actually a story, a narrative, a love story. So as love is, starts with obsession. You're infatuated with the person, you can't breathe, you can't eat, you can't live without them. And then you move to the second phase where you realize that you were blinded by love. And now you're at a crossroads. And maybe there's a challenge or a trauma in the relationship. You were jilted, something came in the way, and you have to decide, like, is this really love?
Sure.
So you have to make that crossroads decision, and you become a little bit more self-aware. Moving on to the third phase, which is Te Amo, which is essentially, for me, I like to call it a leap of faith. So it's actually, even though Te Amo is Italian for I love you, and Ti voglio is so much, right? It's inspired by the romance of Italy. However, it's really about self-love. Because in the third phase, you're self-realized and you love yourself, that you are making a decision, a leap of faith towards what you want. That could be the same relationship. That could be a new relationship. That could be a new job. That could be a change in your career path. You know, you're just taking that leap of faith. So that's the journey of love, the story that I wanted to build on this narrative of the love trilogy, because I really feel like that's how it happened for me, and it was something I wanted to share with my audience.
And thank you for sharing, because there's so many other people in any one of those chapters right now going, I definitely identify exactly what you're talking about. And today we get to experience the music. I mean, the sound check was incredible. We were all jamming and enjoying the music as well. But we absolutely love to see your evolution and growth. After the trilogy, we're hoping there'll be more music after that.
Absolutely. The album's done. There's a video that is good to go.
Oh my gosh. Do we have a date? Do we have a name?
For the album, I'm still tossing up. Yeah, I'm thinking a couple of options, so not 100% yet. And I quite like the structure of an EP. And now that I've done an EP for the first time with the 3 songs, it's almost like a little mini series, you know, like a Netflix series.
I love that.
And I kind of love that. So I'm not sure whether I want to replicate that pattern moving forward with bite-sized EPs, which have a storyline, or whether I'm going to go full-on old-school album.
Because an album is a commitment. That's what, like 13 tracks deep. But, I mean, you're looking incredible. You're sounding amazing.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to get into the music. Jerusha, ladies and gents. And on here, your feel-good studio and stage, we're going to enjoy the music when it comes to love. Te amo. Yes, we do love you.